In 2020, North Korea remained one of the most repressive countries across the globe and is still among the most repressive ones. Jong Un, who is the third leader of the nearly 75-year-old Kim dynasty, continues to rule the country. He has deepened repression and maintained fearful obedience using imprisonment, threats of execution, and forced labor. So what is going on in this country? You'll find out in this video. Number 10. The country might be extracting plutonium. Back in January of this year, Jong Un vowed to enlarge the nuclear arsenal. Well, the North Korean leader disclosed an array of high-tech weapon systems targeting the US. Now let me tell you that plutonium is one of the two key components required to build nuclear weapons. The other one is uranium. In March of this year, satellite images provided by Maxar Technologies revealed that North Korea might be trying to extract plutonium. A news website called The 38 North specializes in North Korea studies, and it published a report claiming that these photos suggest that a coal-fired steam plant at Yongbyon nuclear complex is in operation after a nearly 2.5-year hiatus. You might want to note that this nuclear complex is capable of producing plutonium as well as uranium. Number 9. Yo-Jong warned the US not to cause a stink. Now we are talking about the influential sister of Jong Un, Yo-Jong. She is the younger sister of Jong Un and is the only one of Jong Un's siblings who is considered a close and powerful ally. She criticized the United States and South Korea for conducting joint military exercises. The news came in March of this year when Joe Biden was preparing to set out his Korean policy. Here it is worth mentioning that North Korea and the US remain at loggerheads over North Korea's nuclear missile programs. Yo-Jong said, "A word of advice to the new administration of the US that is struggling to spread the smell of gunpowder on our land from across the ocean. If it wants to sleep in peace for coming 4 years, it had better refrain from causing a stink at its first step." Number 8. North Korea to cut ties with Malaysia. In March of this year, the country revealed that it would cut diplomatic relations with Malaysia after a court in Malaysia ruled that a North Korean could be extradited to the US to face money laundering charges. Moreover, the country's Foreign Affairs Ministry warned that Washington would pay a price. The news was published by the state-run Korean Central News Agency. Here, it is worth noting that Malaysia's top court had ruled in March that Moon Chung-myung, a North Korean, could be extradited. He was arrested in May 2019. U.S. authorities requested his extradition, and Malaysia approved the request. However, Chung-myung challenged the bid. He said that he was a victim of a politically motivated extradition request aimed at pressuring his country over its missile program. Number 7. No virus case confirmed after thousands of tests. According to a report published by the World Health Organization in April 2021, North Korea still claims no infection cases have been confirmed at home, although the country has carried out tests on nearly 24,000 people. In the latest report that relies on self-reporting by North Korea, the World Health Organization said that out of 705 people who were tested for the virus, 103 had influenza-like illness and/or severe acute respiratory infections. Since early 2020, the country has cut traffic to and from China as well as Russia, amid fears that the virus could intrude into North Korea. Number 6. Ri Sol-ju made her first public appearance in a year. Jong Un's wife, Ri Sol-ju, often accompanies her husband to major events. However, she had not been seen since January 2020. Many thought that she was avoiding these public appearances over health concerns, and some news reports even claimed that she might be pregnant. However, she joined her husband at a concert in February of this year to mark Kim Jong-il's birthday, who was her father-in-law. Together, Ri Sol-ju and Kim Jong Un have 3 children. Number 5. North Korean hackers. In February of this year, it was reported that the United States Justice Department has accused 3 North Korean hackers of a campaign of cybersecurity attacks to steal $1.3 billion in cryptocurrency as well as traditional currencies. The Assistant Attorney General John Demers stated, North Korea's operatives using keyboards rather than guns, stealing digital wallets of cryptocurrency instead of sacks of cash, are the world's leading bank robbers. The latest case filed in federal court in LA builds on charges against Park Jin-hyuk, who was accused of hacking Sony Pictures and stealing $81 million from the Central Bank of Bangladesh. The U.S. authorities claim that Park, along with John Chang-hyuk and Kim Il, work in the North Korean military intelligence hacking group called the Reconnaissance General Bureau. Number 4. Kim Jong Un asks citizens to prepare for hard times ahead. On April 9, 2021, BBC News reported that North Korea's leader Kim has warned people of a crisis similar to the deadly 1990s famine. He warned people following warnings from rights groups that the country faces dire food shortages and economic instability. The leader called on officials to wage another, more difficult, arduous march in order to relieve our people of the difficulty even a little. For those who don't know, the arduous march refers to North Korea's struggle during the 90s famine. According to various estimates, nearly 3 million North Koreans died in this famine. A North Korea analyst at NK News, Colin Zwierko, said, "It is not unusual for Kim Jong Un to talk about difficulties and hardship, but this time, the language is quite stark, and that's different." Number 3. Russian envoy claims that there is no famine. Although Kim Jong Un says that the country is facing its worst ever situation, the Russian ambassador in Pyongyang has said that there is no famine. However, the ambassador, Alexander Matsagora, says that life keeps being difficult in this country due to a halt in foreign trade. Alexander's comments were published by the TASS news agency of Russia. Let me tell you that Alexander is one of the few foreign envoys in North Korea. He has said that it is unclear exactly what Kim Jong Un meant. Alexander stated, "Thank God it is a long shot from arduous march, and I hope it would never come to that. I remember well what happened here in the late 1990s, and I can compare. The most important thing is that there is no famine in the country today." Number 2. North Korea is building large disinfection complexes. By this point, we all know that the situation is pretty bad in North Korea, mainly because North Korea has banned foreign trade. Alexander revealed during his statement that imported goods had effectively disappeared from store shelves. He also said that the country is building large disinfection complexes. These complexes are expected to be completed shortly. This means that some cross-border trade will be resumed soon. Alexander said, "There is information that this work will finally be completed by the end of April, after which the flow of goods should be restored." Here it is worth noting that this move would also let the country bring in international aid that has been stuck in warehouses on the Chinese side of the border. Number 1. North Korea would not attend the Tokyo Olympic Games. The upcoming multi-sport event, the Tokyo Olympic Games, is scheduled to be held from July 23rd to August 8th of this year in Tokyo in Japan. It was recently reported that North Korea has decided not to attend the event because of the coronavirus concerns. The country's sports ministry revealed on its official website that North Korea's Olympic Committee has decided not to participate to protect athletes from coronavirus. Let me tell you that this is the first time North Korea will miss a Summer Olympics since the country boycotted Seoul back in 1988 during the Cold War. Here it is worth noting that South Korea's Unification Ministry stated that they had hoped the Tokyo Olympics would be a chance to foster peace and reconciliation between the two Koreas. We regret it could not happen. And these are all the North Korean news stories from 2021 we have for you today. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And before you go, if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to Weeklypedia and click that notification bell to be alerted whenever we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.